Doug Lehman, breaking it down in layman's terms. I got a special guest today, Brynne Tillman. Now, Brynne is the LinkedIn Whisperer. She's the CEO of her own training company. And if you don't know Brynne on LinkedIn, well, you should know Brynne. Brynne, welcome.
Thank you, Doug. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
I'm excited too, because we've had a chance to interact socially on LinkedIn from time to time over the last decade or so. And you're definitely a leader when it comes to LinkedIn and LinkedIn training. And I've heard you interviewed several times, and you came up with the concept of the LinkedIn Rolodex. I thought that was really genius, and how you led to your company. Now, you come from a sales training background, but you made the pivot to go all in on LinkedIn. So if you could just give me a quick highlight of that pivot and your company.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Social Sales Link is a digital sales training company, and we help B2B salespeople and anyone in a business development role leverage LinkedIn to convert connections and content to conversations. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that people make with LinkedIn and sales is they use it as a cold calling tool. And they're on there connecting and pitching. And it's really not working, especially in today's remote working world, where we are overwhelmed with the amount of bad salespeople that we have inbound all the time. So you mentioned the Rolodex and the LinkedIn Rolodex. And, you know, I loved sales from a very early age, right out of college. In my first job, by the time I was 24, I was training sales at Dun & Bradstreet. And I absolutely felt like it was core to who I was. The one piece I didn't love was the cold calling piece. And although at the time it was absolutely necessary to do business, and I cut my teeth, making 80 outbound calls every day, and I did okay. But when I finally made it to the field and I fell in love with sales at the core of who I am, I was getting most of my business through referrals. And all of a sudden I was like, I love this. Like, this is really this is fun, right? And I recall sitting across about 1992, staring at an overflowing Rolodex on a prospect or client's desk. And I thought, man, if I could get my hands on that for 20 minutes, I could see everyone that he knew. And I'd be able to proactively ask for referrals. But it wasn't politically correct at the time to say, hey, Mr. Klein, can I thumb through your address book? However, 2 decades later, I found LinkedIn. And that's what we got.
It started. That's where it started. You had the epiphany, right?
Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, I have been begging for this and I didn't even know it, right? Like it's the ability to filter and search our connections to identify who they know that we want to meet and leverage those relationships so that we are getting more business, top of the pipeline, more sales conversations through warm referrals and permission to name drop. And that's really the program that we teach.
And that's all validation and everything you've outlined. I mean, I know you got billions and billions of tips, but today we wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and your company. And, you know, there are constant changes in the LinkedIn platform, but you are always on top of that. You're a go-to resource. Quickly, I'm going to let you have the last shot, then I'm going to close this out. Brynne, first of all, thank you. Anything else that you would like to add for engagement for your company as far as getting exposure out there?
Well, yeah, I mean, I invite everyone listening to come to linkedinlibrary.com. It's a free resource. It's available to everyone there almost on a daily basis. We have new content that's being uploaded there. And it's just tons of downloads and podcasts and webinars and a lot of content that's just helps you to stay on top of what's happening with LinkedIn for sales. Totally free, linkedinlibrary.com.
As always, it's good to always connect with somebody, but I look forward to meeting you one day, Brynne, face to face. There you have it. Brynne Tillman. Check out her company. Check out her work. Check out her quality content. Thank you for spending time with us today. And thank you out there for social watching.